Hi, influencers. I am so excited to dive into the topic today of how to be a successful influencer in 2025. This is something that I have been wanting to chat more about because the industry shifts on a year-to-year basis and things change. And in order to be successful, we need to roll with the punches. But before we dive in, I want you to honestly get out a pen and paper. I know this is super old school, but I want you to write down what being a successful influencer in 2025 looks like to you. Because here's the thing, being a successful influencer in 2025 is going to look different to everybody. Everyone's idea of success is different. Some people want to work in this industry full-time. Some people just want to do it part-time. Some people work at full-time corporate 9 to 5 and just want to have this as a side hustle. Some people have dreams of just getting gifted collaboration offers. Other people want $100,000 in their bank account every month from working in the influencer space. It's going to be different for everybody. So while you're doing that and visualizing what exactly this means for you, I'm going to jump in and share a little bit more about me, because if we haven't met before, we need to learn a little bit about each other. My name is Allison Cooper. I am the founder and CEO of Influencer Secrets Academy. I have been working in the influencer space since 2010. I started as a blogger and I have been on Instagram since the platform launched. So I call myself an OG in the space. I have 2 children. I have also, worked on the flip side as a director of influencer marketing. So the advice that you get from me is a little bit different from the things that you're going to hear from other people out in the industry. I'm going to give it to you straight from the perspective of somebody who's been on both sides of negotiations, somebody who knows what it's like to work with a brand and you're, essentially protecting that brand. So we are going to get to the nitty-gritty, all of the really important things about making money in the influencer space in 2025. I named my company Influencer Secrets Academy because I say I'm spilling secrets. I am sharing the things that other influencers might not want you to know, and on the flip side, things that the brand managers and campaign managers might not want you to know. But the goal at the end of the day is to help you put more money in your pocket and help you pay the bills that actually supports your family. The first thing that I want you all to keep in mind about being a successful influencer in 2025 is that you need support. And this might sound silly, but the industry is not the same as it was back in 2010 whenever I first started. I was in such incredible Facebook groups. I knew all of these influencers in real life. I launched my business in New York City, so I was in the hub of everything. We were at events together constantly, and we supported each other thick and thin, through and through. There was just no questioning it. Nowadays, everybody wants something. So I say that you need support, whether it comes in the shape of a mentor, whether it is a friend that you have in the space that you do one-on-ones with, or you join something like our Influencer Secrets Mastermind and you have this group of like-minded people, or you have a coach and you would work one-on-one with somebody like me. No matter where it is, you have to find that support. You need a person, a real live person, not an AI chatbot. You need somebody who is going to be aligned with you and your business goals, and they are going to help you push through hurdles that you have and motivate you to keep going. Because at the end of the day, support equals consistency, and consistency is what brings in the money. Number 2, you need to have a strategy. And when I say strategy, a huge component of that is also looking at your influence as a full-time business, if that's, what success looks like to you. You have to be posting with a plan. You can't just willy-nilly be throwing content out there and hoping that it sticks. You need to know every single day your KPIs, which are these key performance indicators. You need to set those goals for yourself, and you need to figure out a strategy and things that you need to be doing every single day that are small things that lead up to helping you reach that big goal. You need to know who your demographic is. You need to know what your call to actions are. These are just all the things that fit together and work together and lead up to this much bigger picture. Strategy is everything. Never post without a plan. Number 3 is all about your mindset. The most successful influencers in the world are the people who have a strong mindset. Let's face it, being a successful influencer in 2025 is challenging. It is a competitive space to navigate, and you have to be in the right headspace in order to do it. The most successful influencers are in it for the long game, and they get up every single day with an I'm going to win mindset, and nothing is stopping them. Number 4, this is my specialty in an area of influencer success that I really truly hold super close to my heart. Number 4 is you have to master the art of pitching and negotiating. Now, if you have watched our master classes, which I'll drop the link below, they are always free for influencers to join, sharpen their skills, learn from all of these amazing industry experts. But our first masterclass, which was launched back in March of 2025, I sat down with a talent manager. And one thing that she said to me was that she will not take on clients unless they are making at least 6 figures a year. Full stop. So you need to make sure that you can pitch and negotiate on your own. Not only does it cut out the middleman who's going to take a chunk of commission, but it's going to leave you with so many skills and so much more money on the table. Now, we do have 2 courses. We have a pitching course and we have a negotiating course that is going to teach you both of them step by step. How to write the perfect pitch letter, what exactly to say and do in order to get those brands to say, yes, I want to sit down with you and I want to discuss working together. Negotiating, on the other hand, there is an art to it. You need to be able to anticipate things. You need to be able to understand your contracts so that you can go back and forth and make sure that you come out on top with amount of money that you feel comfortable with. At Influencer Secrets Academy, we do teach you all of these skills very in depth. I'm going to drop those links below. These courses they are very direct. They are self-paced. You work through it, you go through it at your own pace, and you learn how to get it done, and then it becomes second nature to you. Pitching and negotiating skills are everything in this industry. Number 5, in order to be a successful influencer in 2025, you need to understand that you should be setting aside time to invest in yourself and in continuing your education. Not everybody knows everything. And with the industry constantly shifting, you have to keep your skills on point. And inside Influencer Secrets Mastermind, I teach my students to set aside 1 day a month to focus on continuing your education. This can look like so many different things. Taking a course, a webinar, a seminar, whatever it is, meeting, one-on-one with a mentor. Whatever it is, make sure that you are dedicating time to that. Being on top of industry trends and knowing what is going on in your industry is critical in order to being a successful influencer in 2025. All right, number 6, my last bullet point, and I want to scream this from the rooftops. Build your freaking email list. You do not own the space that you have on social media. Don't care if you have 1.5 billion followers on Instagram. That is rented space. We all saw what happened earlier this year with TikTok. I know it only went dark for 24 hours or less and then came right back on. But can you imagine if that was a platform that you used and relied on 100% of your income, and then one day it just disappeared? Now, whether or not this is going to happen again with TikTok, we don't know. But I have people come to me constantly who have lost access to their Instagram or their TikTok. Somebody hacked them. One of the brands that participated in our May masterclass, this happened to them. They had a huge account and they completely lost everything and had to start over from scratch. Imagine all of that hard work just gone. Build an email list because this is something that you own. And the fact of the matter is that this is how, if you want to sell a course down the line, you want to send out your 5 favorite pairs of shoes each week if you're a fashion influencer, just as an example, and you want to make money from affiliates, your email list goes directly to their inbox. People are more than 50% likely to click links from an email than they are from what they're finding on social media. Brands nowadays, it is trending in 2025 to go back to these traditional methods of email marketing. They're not paying. Brands don't want to be paying to be featured in Newsweek or New York Times anymore because it's so expensive, but they're looking for niches where they can partner with you for your email list. And this is just another sidebar. It is a revenue stream. But beyond that, building an email list gives you the power to always have your audience right at your fingertips, and you own those emails for life. Because I am a blogger, I will always say through and through, have a website. You don't have to. I know that, for instance, MailChimp, which is what I use for my email marketing platforms for both Project Motherhood and Influencer Secrets Academy, you can build landing pages right inside the software and link to it. So you don't have to have a landing page to embed your email form on. You can do it without that. And you can share these links all throughout your Instagram stories, your profile, everywhere. Share that sign up form and build that list. This is critical to your success as an influencer and will only help you build your community further and make more money. Well, that is it for my list of how to be a successful influencer in 2025. Some of these might sound like the basics and some of them might not, but they are going to be the foundation of what is going to fuel you to look like what success looks like for you in 2025. I want to leave you with one final thought. I know that people get really wrapped up in the number of followers that they have on social media, specifically Instagram and TikTok. And I want to remind you all that the number of followers that you have is not in direct correlation with the amount of money that you can be making from your business. Even as a nano and micro influencer, you can be making bank. If you learn how to use all of these tips that I've given you, and join me inside the mastermind, take one of our courses, learn a little bit deeper, and you are going to take 2025 by storm with your business. I believe in you, and I know that you can do this. Drop a comment below. Let me know if you have any more questions, and subscribe, follow along, and until my next video. Bye guys. Thanks for tuning in.